We'll go ahead and wait for the first hand and get started. Go ahead, Bo.
And when you look back on this series, what is going to stand out to you just about what your team had to offer and maybe what went wrong at the end?
Well, no, the thing that stands out is we had a lot of guys step up. A lot of young guys stepped up in this series. Obviously, didn't go the way we wanted. It was unbelievable experience for a really young team. We made some mistakes. We shot ourselves in the foot a couple of times. It really hurt. And in games like these, the runs are so hard to come by. You pretty much got to play flawless baseball.
But when you look at that fourth thing, the base running mistake, how costly was that, and what should have happened?
No, it was huge, and like I said, it's hard to score runs in the postseason, and when you have a situation like that, no, it's just this, the infield's back, so you see the ball up the middle. I mean, we're normally a really good base running team, and we just did some fundamental things wrong.
Go ahead, Zach.
I'm just curious what you told the guys afterwards.
I haven't had a chance yet.
What do you do?
Sorry?
Go ahead, Dave.
It seemed like you had several of your relievers were so close to striking guys out, but the Dodgers are such disciplined hitters and fouled off so many pitches until they got one that could hit.
Yep. That's why they're so good. I mean, both of those home runs. I mean, those guys grinded those at bats out, and that's a great job. But you got to tip your hat. I mean, that was two really good at bats, and they had. We made good pitches on them. They fouled them off, and that's kind of key to it. But both those guys throwing great. It's, it was two really good at bats by them.
Go ahead, Tim.
Brian, what did you think about your Ian's start, and did you hope to get a little more?
Yeah. And then he was just a little erratic. Had the command wasn't great. I thought maybe in actually the last inning he had two quick outs and he's going to catch up and kind of get his pitches back together, and then he had a little trouble, and he was kind of having trouble commanding some things, his fastball, and even a few of the changeups were up, but he was off a little bit. That's okay. He's he's had an unbelievable postseason, and he gave up 2 runs the whole time in his whole postseason career so far as a major leaguer, and that's going to happen. It could happen to anybody. The kid had an unbelievable year, an unbelievable postseason, and we're really excited about this boy's future.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Brian, we're talking about the inability to score runs the last few games. Was it a matter of, after a 3-1 lead, maybe just Dodger pitchers changing their approach a little bit, or was more some players on your side tensing up in certain situations?
I don't know that we were tensing up. I mean, you go through that with offenses. That's the thing. It's you get on rolls, and you can't explain it. Then there's other times where it was really good. That's some really, really good pitching over there. That's why they're there. That's why they have been so successful. They got a really good pitching staff. Their bullpen, they bring those 100-mile-an-hour sinkers at you, and guys with a lot of experience, and it's just a solid club, and it's like I say, it's nothing we didn't do. I think our guys were loose. They were up there having their same at bats, and just didn't work out.
Back to you, Zach.
Hey, Snit, I know it stings now, but with all the young guys, the adversity you've had to deal with, when you look back on this 2020, this year, future is bright, correct? I mean,
Oh my God, is it ever? The experience these guys got this year in the regular season and then this postseason with our young guys, we took a huge step forward this year. We hadn't won a postseason series, and then we won 2, and we got a game away from the World Series, and we're taking strides in the right direction. and we did it with our young players and the experience that they got. And it's going to be, you know, I don't know what the spring will bring or where we'll be in our world and all that, but we're in good shape here with the experience. Like I say, the experience these guys got, the guys we got coming. A lot of our young players grew up a lot this last 3 months, and I'm excited as I can be about the future of this organization and this club.
What do you, Dave?
Mookie Betts out in the field made a catch in 3 games. That catch tonight on Freddie, how huge was that?
No, it's big. I mean, he's a great player. I mean, this guy's one of the best players in the game, and he's so darned athletic, and things he can do. I mean, he's just a crazy talent, and I have the utmost respect for him, the way he plays the game and his skill set, and he's a very exciting, great player.
We'll go to you, Chris.
Hey, I'm sorry, Dave, just asked my question.
No worries, we'll go ahead. Go ahead, Bo.
Snake, you lived it, but when you look back on this offseason and think that you lost Soroka and just all the rotation holes you had to get to Game 7 in NLCS, how are you going to be able to explain that to people, or do you even interpret it yourself now that you're away from it?
I don't know that I could explain it to anybody coming into this. What we went through, how we handled it, how the players rallied, how we used the resources. It's you just don't lose your entire starting rotation and end up a game away from the World Series. What these players accomplished and how they stepped up, and our coaches, the organization, we have nothing to hang our heads about. We have nothing to be ashamed of. This was an unbelievable run. It was fun. It was rewarding. We gained a lot of unbelievable experience. Like I've said earlier, you can't replicate this. And these guys just went through an NLCS and were a couple of runs away from going to the World Series. I mean, this is something that they're going to grow. This is a young team that continues to grow and get battle tested. And where we've come in the last 3 years is amazing to me. Organizationally, with our club, you know, we're just going to get better and better.
How do you, Jeff?
Brian, yeah, I know competitive people are wired to, put that game behind them and move on to the next game, but because this is your last game of the year, do you think you'll find yourself kind of replaying certain plays in these last few games? If only this had happened, if only that had happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably not. I mean, that doesn't do you any good, because you can't change it. You know, I won't do that.
How long before you think you'll let go of it?
Oh, it hurts, but I'm proud of what these guys accomplished. I felt worse last year than I do this year, quite honestly, because I knew last year we had a team to go deep into the postseason. This year, everything that we battled through in this, different season that we went, and how we competed, and eventually lost our entire starting rotation for a period of time, and how the young guys came up, and I mean, I feel good right now. I hate that I want to go to the World Series so bad, but it doesn't work out sometimes. But this, we did a lot of really, really good things organizationally in our club this year.
With that, we'll wrap it up. Stan, thanks for your time.
Thanks.